You're a nerdfighter when your web browser history is composed of YouTube, Twitter, Omnictionary, a Harry Potter fan site, ecogeek.com, nerdfighters.com, and johngreenbooks.com. The only reason you know what day it is because of various 5 Awesome collab channels. Hey, do you know what day it is? Yeah, it's Haley. I mean, Joe. I mean, Todd. No, I mean, it's Thursday. Right. You don't dream of falling in love. You write about falling in Nerdfighter like on your blog. The Yeti is not, in fact, a fluffy white mythical creature that lives in the mountains. You share a laugh with yourself whenever someone says best wishes, and you use it as much as humanly possible. The word jokes is not a noun or a verb. It's an adjective. Your iTunes library is composed of 1/4 Wizardrock, 1/4 DFTBA artists, 1/4 They Might Be Giants, and 1/4 The Mountain Goats. You don't get colds. You get tiny chickens in your brain. The zombie unicorns debate is just about as controversial as the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. When you're doing your math homework, one of 2 situations occur. Either you're really good at math and you get done really quickly, or you called it an abyss. Hi, Daniel? What's 3 times 7? The list of celebrities you want to meet consists of Joe Rowling, John and Hank Green, and the 5 Awesome Girls. Hanging out with your friends really means talking on Skype. Your biggest pet peeve is when people use incorrect grammar in YouTube comments. I mean, seriously, people, if you're gonna use a non-restrictive clause, you need to use a comma. You spend your spare time sorting yourself and your friends into various Hogwarts houses. And of course, you never, ever, ever forget to be awesome.
Than living here with my nerdy friends, making videos.
You also know you're a nerdfighter when your tripod looks like this. Hey YouTube, it's Saturday, August 28th, and this video comes to you in 4 parts. Lumos. Whoa! Start this video. Part 1, the intro. Do you like it? Thoughts? Tell me in the comments. Part 2, Mockingjay. In case you are unaware, the final book in the series, The Hunger Games, came out recently, and I was really excited about it. I've never really been a fan of Suzanne Collins' writing. I think it's kind of boring, and way too literal. But the world of Panem she created truly is a masterpiece. If you've read any of the books in the Hunger Games series, you know what I mean when I say the woman knows a thing or two about a damn good plot. And although I don't think Mockingjay was my favorite of the series, I think I liked the Hunger Games the best. Mockingjay had all of the plot twists and turns that make the series the riveting books that they are. But the thing that I liked most about Mockingjay wasn't the plot twists or the epic war scenes. What I liked most about Mockingjay was that it reminded me that there's no such thing as a perfect world, that in some way, shape, or form, we're all flawed. In Mockingjay, the Capitol is oppressive and crude, but the government in District 13 isn't exactly a picnic either. Both sides fight a dirty war, and Katniss is bothered by it, to say the least. I loved that the war wasn't just black and white, that Collins didn't downplay the havoc and destruction wreaked by both sides. Mockingjay reminded me that no matter which way you look at it, we live in an irreparably broken place, which brings me to Part 3, Nerdfighter Secrets. Recently in Nerdfighteria, a lot of attention has been brought to this site called Nerdfighter Secrets, where nerdfighters send in their secrets and have them posted on the website anonymously. Think Post-Secret, but with more Harry Potter references. Secrets about famous nerdfighters are often posted, and a lot of times they aren't very nice. While I think it's awful that Nerdfighter Secrets has become a sort of breeding ground for hate, I think that the site is forcing our community to realize that we're not perfect. That although Nerdfighteria is an overwhelmingly awesome and loving and accepting place, it is part of an irreparably broken place, and is therefore irreparably broken. This brings me to Part 4, Imagining Nerdfighteria Complexly. We all know that Nerdfighteria is awesome to the umpteenth power. What we forget is that Nerdfighteria is part of a larger society that is flawed to the umpteenth power. That because Nerdfighteria is part of a flawed society, Nerdfighteria is a flawed society. In other words, we're forgetting to imagine Nerdfighteria as a complexly imperfect place. The sooner we remember to imagine our community as flawed, the sooner we can advance to a community with less flaws. DFTBA, and never forget to imagine complexly.